Hi, and welcome back to the Deadman Company. As always, I am your DM Shivam, who has been happily DMing this campaign for a full year now. Thank you guys so much. And I will let the rest of our lovely players introduce themselves.
Welcome, everyone, to the anniversary episode of the Deadman Company. I am Nolan. I use he, him pronouns, and I play Ash, the Furbolg, Drake Warden Ranger who uses he, they pronouns. I am so excited to be here tonight, despite what might come in the session. It has been an entire year since our first stream, and I can't believe everything that we have gone through, so many ups and downs, and I thought it would be fun to celebrate it by doing something special here on stream. So beforehand, I messaged everyone and I had them prepare just a little bit. You guys all have what I asked you to prepare?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm
my note cards are ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna have you read those off here in a second. But I'm going to explain sort of what's going on to everyone else. So, everyone, welcome in the theme of the season to the Deadman Dating Show. In this show, we are going to go down the line with our contestants and ask them a question about their characters throughout the course of the campaign to help us decide what the dream bachelor would be for chat. And then at the end, we'll have chat vote on who the best bachelor or bachelorette is. So I'm just going to go down the line and ask one question of your character. Just, go ahead and read off what you're prepared, and we'll be all good. First, we'll go to our first contestant. Kate, why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
Hi, I'm Kate. I use she, her pronouns. I play Dea Delawai, our Water Genasi creation bard.
Awesome. So question here for you. Over the course of the campaign, we have seen some hard-hitting stuff that have really shaken characters to their cores. So what are some of the most impactful character moments you've seen over the course of the campaign for your character? Just go ahead and read off what you wrote down.
For my character?
Yeah, just go ahead and read off what you wrote down.
Oh god, I didn't prepare that way.
Well, you fucking bamboozling bitch. All right. I'd say probably the introduction of Demon Guard. That was a good one. Learning that Dr. White does not feel shameful about reading everyone's smut about them. And the Star Drake field strip, that, ooh.
Interesting answer that you said nothing about yourself. No, for sure. No, good answer. We love that. Little round of applause here. Awesome. So going on next to contestant number 2, Izzy, if you could introduce yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Izzy. I use she, they pronouns. I play Elena, the Victory Cleric Asimar, who uses she, her pronouns.
Hey, I'm so happy to have you here. Honestly, we've had some really fun moments, but I want to get a little serious here. Your character has gone through some real struggles with mental health and sort of self-confidence over the course of the campaign. Can you share what you think Elena's journey has been so far and how it has really impacted her?
You want me to just read what I typed out?
Just read what you wrote out.
Forg?
Just Forg.
Oh boy.
Gotcha. Okay, no, for sure. Okay, awesome. All right, moving on to contestant number 3. Elliot, if you could give us a little intro to you and your character.
Hey, my name's Elliot. I use he, him pronouns, and I play Onimori. He's our human fighter. That's what I usually say.
He He is a human fade out.
Oh,
What you
is he
usually
a-
say, that that transitions so well into what I actually wanted to talk about. I feel like Onimori has a close backstory that he's kept kind of close to the chest. And I know you don't want to share any details about that, but would you maybe be able to expand on that and say some bits throughout the campaign that we've seen so far that have exemplified this the best?
Specifically, the question I was asked by the.
I know. Just go ahead and read what you wrote down.
Oh god. Yeah. So Dea reading her book, that was real interesting.
Oh, the smut books. Got you. I know for sure.
No, the one about her backstory.
Oh, the one about her backstory.
She was like, I bought
Gotcha.
smut books, and she bought one about herself, which she wasn't supposed to do.
Okay.
It took a bunch of psychic damage just to learn her own backstory.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed watching Ash slowly, very gradually change. In relevance to Onimori there, they had fight over fight during Mistral Peak. And I feel like they both influence each other like very, very gradually throughout Mistral Peak. Between maybe one session and the next, you can't notice it, but between the beginning and the end, man, it's night and day.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Thank you for being the first person to answer my question. It means a lot. Moving on to our fourth and final contestant here, Nemo. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Hi, I'm Nemo. I use he him pronouns, and I play the Red Menace, who also uses the same.
Yeah, awesome. Nemo, we often don't get a lot from the Red Menace. He has some quips, he has some lines here, but I feel like brevity is usually what he's about. So I want to ask you, in the most detail as possible, can you sum up what you loved about the campaign? Really get into the nitty gritty. And I sent this prompt out to you, so just go ahead and read what you wrote down.
I really like the entirety of the campaign because it's fun. And also, the one time Onimori canonically changed his size to mess with the rules. The two things I wrote down.
Interesting, for sure. Very interesting. Well, those, I guess, are the responses from our contestants. I don't know who has the ability to do this, but if we could throw a quick poll in the chat and have people vote between our four contestants, see who's gonna come out here on top. I really don't know who it's gonna be. I'm gonna lean over to my co-chair right here, Shivam. From the answers that you heard here, who do you think is a clear front runner in this competition?
I mean, it's a lot, and I also am realizing too, like as I'm kind of throwing up this poll, well, really, you're an eligible bachelor too, aren't you, Nolan? You want to go ahead and maybe kind of introduce yourself a little bit, maybe kind of expand on just kind of how your growth with just you and Maple and all of that for the campaign.
Yeah, for sure. I was preparing for this, but I can totally go off. I unfortunately didn't have anything written down, so I'll have to go off the cuff here.
Peter.
Ash has really, gone through some struggles throughout a lot of this. You've really seen him sort of struggling with flashbacks on his, emotional past and coming into contact with people who really betrayed him and sort of tackling that and coming to terms with the fact that, not everything is black and white. And I really think it's sort of helped him develop as a character when he was able to sort of work through that.
Not our characters, us specifically, Shiva.
I just kind of threw up some names here. In hindsight, this is.
Wow, we have a clear front runner here.
Yeah. Oh, this is rougher than I expected.
This is a clear front runner. I say, having voted for someone myself, and it not being me.
What's happening?
Oh my
man.
gosh. Well,
no.
guys, I think it's pretty much decided here. I think Nemo has been voted the best bachelor of the Deadman Company, and thus the champion of year one of the Deadman Company for Horror and Harpy. Let's give him a round of applause, guys. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think
It's a tough fight. It's a battle.
I think the agreed upon inspiration point for Nemo this session, right, Shiva?
Oh,
You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, there we go.
Mhm.
Oh, you
damn.
guys didn't know what you were fighting for? Should have tried harder.
Yeah. Also for
Thank
Nemo,
you,
now that I've met
everyone.
us, so...
I owe this award to the fans and my mom, and yeah, that's it.
Hey, we
Nice.
love to hear it. We love to hear it. Awesome, fantastic. Well, why don't we get on with a recap? I know it's an anniversary episode, but let's give them a little taste of what they missed if this is their first time tuning in.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty reasonable. With the party finishing their travel to Shade Creek, Onimori spends all of his time tucked away in his room or fishing, claiming to be seasick. Ash investigates the use of magic items that they took from Bilderath. Elena has a talk with Maple about how her magic has been affecting her, and getting the advice that to keep finding happiness in the little things that she does. As the island is now in sight close to the evening, Onimori eagerly exclaims his desire to explore the town and rushes off as soon as they make landfall. When he leaves, however, instead of heading towards the town, he makes a beeline for the nearby forest. Finding an injured wolf, he seems to black out for a moment, regaining his senses to find him holding a piece of its carcass with his lower face covered in a wet substance. His stomach dropping as he realizes that it was teeming with the same ichor that plagued Mistral Peak. Running into town next, he finds it empty yet strangely decorated for some event. A dash back to the boat to regroup, he's nearly caught by the same wolf, now split into two larger amalgamations. Meeting with the rest of the party, he asks Elena to follow him into the woods, to ask her for help. Explaining that due to his curse, he needs to drink blood, in which she obliges him. You think I'm not gonna make that fucking joke one last goddamn time?
No, go for it.
So mean.
Removing his mask, he drinks from the arm she offered, but ultimately Elena having to fight him off as he loses control for a moment. In the meantime, the Red Menace, Ash, and Dea head into town. Finding it as empty as Onimori described, it is not long before they hear the ethereal singing of a woman. The song unnerving Ash and Maple, his face becoming pale, and she shrinks down from her normally proud form. And with the same wolves that chased Onimori now encircling the four, combat ensues. During which, Onimori does not aid in the attack against them, instead explaining to the others that they should be helping for the wedding, due to being brainwashed because he ate the black ick. A handful of methods are attempted to shake him out of it. Ash backhands him with the force of God, Dea casting Dispel Magic and Suggestion on him. All ending up for naught as he keeps insisting that the party are being bad wedding guests by not wanting to go. Ultimately, ending with Maple and Ash getting dangerously close to unconsciousness as the group manages to prevail in the end. The second he regains control of his body once more, Ash sprints towards the origin of the singing, only to discover in his horror the reanimated corpse of Horizon has been the culprit all along. Where the map makers now need to confront a ghost made flesh right in front of them.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's good, Kate.
That was
very
really good. Oh fuck, the map changed. I don't like that. Oh, shut the fuck up with your goddamn
this is
bullshit.
a strong boss battle
Shiva.
vibes that are happening. Where's Ash?
A grand wedding.
You fucker.
Yes.
A grand wedding. Get the fuck out of here.
We'll go ahead and get right back into things. As Ash, you enter the church, ornately decorated with flowers and white ribbons as you walk across the aisle. You see her as she turns to face you. Her eyes are sunken voids as she looks at you, just taking heaving breaths, as you can see as she clutches her head and begins to cry as she stares at you.
Oh.
What would you like to do?
Oh boy. I think Ash like has rode in on Maple and sort of blasted through the doors to see her there. And at that point sort of like slides off of Maple's back and starts walking towards her. And I think Ash is also starting to cry at this point, and is just holding out his hands as he just sort of says, Is that really you?
Stay where you are. Please. You can't come any closer.
Ash freezes for a second. What is wrong?
I'm not in control. I've been blocking in and out, and it's not safe for you to get close to me.
Well, then let me help you. You fight it. Ash sort of like takes a moment and like looks back at the new group and looks back over the horizon and just goes, I have powerful allies with me. Some of them are casters. We might be able to do something, help you.
That sounds nice, but I really don't know how long it'll be until I can keep this at bay. And I don't know how to stop this.
I am not going to lose you again. Please. I have to try.
Ash, I'm so sorry, but I can't lose you either.
I think Ash is still walking. Ash hasn't slowed down as he is still making his way probably up towards the front podium where she is.
She tries to back up away from you.
Oh, with that,
Just
Ash
getting
will
closer
pause.
and closer to the window. I know. I'm so sorry.
I think Ash, full tears in his eyes, running down his face at this point. I have to be able to do something. You're in front of me here. I can't let you go again. I can't do it. I don't care what it is. I will bend every rule that needs to be broken. If you are here now and you are alive, I will fight for you until you are free. You know
She's
that.
no longer backing up. As you can see that, there's some strange energy that begins to glow all over her body. It is not the color of her star magic. It is a dark crimson that flows through her.
I think seeing this, Ash sort of doesn't move forward, but just sort of grips onto his bow and onto his side a little tighter, and just goes, "No, you're stronger than this. You are better than this. Come on, Feathers, you got this. I know you do. You have to be better. Fight this. Fight what this is."
Ryan, I'm trying so hard. Ash, please. We'll figure something out, but we need time. Do you trust me?
Of course I trust you. I will always trust you.
Then you need to go. You can see as the magic begins to grow stronger.
Ooh, fuck. I think, Ash is sort of rooted in spot, but walking up behind him, Maple has like approached like the side of Ash. I'm gonna do a roll. I'm gonna do a roll.
Oh boy.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do a little of this real quick. We're just gonna. Oh.
That's not good.
That's not great.
That's bad.
It's bad. Unfortunately, that's good for Ash, which is sad. I think in that moment, Maple upset, but having, weirdly enough, a clearer head than I think Ash in this moment, not really grasping the full details of the situation, scoops Ash onto her back. And I think I'm gonna roll against myself here real quick.
Mm-hmm.
As I think I'm gonna do a quick. I mean, we'll do acrobatics for Ash, and then we'll do a. That's pretty good. We'll do a quick athletics here for Maple. Oh, yikes.
Oh no.
As Maple tries to like grapple and pull Ash back, and Ash slips out of it. As Maple attempts to pull Ash back as he's sort of like clawing forward, and as Ash sort of like slips out of it, sort of glances back at Maple, who is also in full tears. As Maple just says something to Ash. And I think Ash just like collapses, like his legs just give out from underneath him, as Maple catches him, and will run him back towards the entrance as he is just turned around and is staring at Horizon.
Thank you, Maple. I love you both more than you could possibly know.
Ash is just screaming in Draconic through tears, sort of like almost like trying to pull himself off of the back of Maple, but his legs can't support him, as he is just shattered.
And as you say that, you can see as you run away, her eyes turn a blazing red as the magic fully overtakes her.
Ooh.
The mark of Beelzebub fully aglow in her eyes. As she lets out this, you can see her just like beginning to channel this magic. Not her normal blue lightning, but a deep, violent red one. As she begins to aim it towards you, at the last second, she suddenly forces her own head up as the lightning cracks across the church, just setting the entire thing ablaze as she screams out. She clutches her own head, trying to fight against the whatever is inside of her. As
I
you
think
make it to the entrance.
I make it. Maple makes it to the entrance and just sort of glares at Dea in the sense of like, I need to be able to speak right now. This man's not going to be any help.
Yeah, fuck it. Burning one of her fucking third level spell slots to cast tongues onto Maple.
Maple looks at the group and just says, "We need to leave now. We need to go."
Okay.
Yeah.
We go. We run. We go.
We go.
Please.
You guys
Oh,
leave
why?
the church as it's set ablaze from the lightning, just like these corrupted energies beginning to surge. As Horizon begins to stumble back, she jumps out of the back window, flying off into the night sky. As you all are now outside.
I wasn't expecting that.
Should we get to
Out
the
of
boat
character.
right now?
I think Maple, who is carrying Ash at this point is just sort of like frozen, almost like a statue, color drained from them, as just sort of sitting on the back of Maple. As Maple just looks at everyone else and just goes, "We still need supplies from around here. That's not going to change. So we need to figure out what we're going to do for that, and then we need to get back on the fucking boat."
Take him back to the boat. We'll figure it out over here.
Okay.
Yeah, we.
Maple, as she's sort of like getting up, looks over at Onimori and just says, "I'm gonna need to talk to you." And just sort of starts to walk back as Ash just like sinks down onto the top of Maple and is just sort of like almost like arms in, not necessarily like fetal position, but is just like melted into themselves.
Anymore, just nods to her. He hasn't said a word since this started.
Shit.
Yeah, so Ash and Maple, you're gonna head back to the ship.
Yep.
Let's stay with the people in town for now.
We need food. We need
Supplies.
food and water is enough. I can't. If the water is bad here, that I'm pretty sure I can fix.
Then, house to house, the people here, they're not going to need their supplies anymore. So
I'm thinking the same.
Yeah.
Meet back at the ship in 20 minutes.
We should go in
Sounds-
pairs.
Lena, don't use that fucking key.
I wasn't okay, let's just go.
Start walking. Yeah.
All right. So in pairs, then,
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we don't know what's gonna attack us.
Fair.
for sure. Cool. Let's go ahead and start off with Day and the Red Menace. Go ahead and roll some investigations or perceptions to see what resources you can scavenge.
Cool. Investigation.
Oh no.
Y'all. Yeah,
much,
Red
Red Menace.
much better for the Red Menace. We love to see
He's
it.
the
We love to
smart
see
one.
it.
That's
Mhm.
how we know him.
Yeah, as you begin to start just like rifling through some of these houses and the like, one, as Dea, you begin to kind of just like look around. A mild gore warning here.
Bam.
You can in fact see that bodies are littered everywhere inside of these houses. Most of these people were probably killed in the middle of the night. If you were to investigate any more, if you'd want to, this is both of you actually, by the way, to find this information.
Yeah.
You would? Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, probably also a thing that the Red Menace notice is, obviously you can see that this is a very disgusting, a very, intense thing to look at. While she seems a little off put by, like, the grossness of, like, having to fiddle through things, Dea seems very unfazed about the whole display in general.
Yeah. Dea, as like you kind of begin to look over them, you can see that most of the wounds come from claw marks, or they come from burns. Red Menace, as you investigate a little bit further, most of the food here is spoiled, as you can see there is in fact that like rot on it. As like you look around though, you can find about 10 resources worth of supplies in the cabinets.
That's pretty good. That's good. That's enough for the trip.
It's something, at least we're not leaving here empty-handed.
It's we're not doing good moral wise, but I'm happy we could find something that's not tainted.
I'm surprised it's so intense. Like it's been here a while.
Hey. I don't understand how it's evil. I don't know what to do with this. It's just a bunch of stuff that's terrible and happening constantly. I'm sure this is not the only place this happening. Just happened either. It's just I should get more food.
No, to think that this is the only place that has been affected. It's a foolish thought.
Yeah,
We We should prepare to find more towns like this in the future.
no. I don't think I can do that. I just the moment stops being a shotgun. I'm not gonna be very happy about that.
Well, we'll have to deal with it. Either way. Come on, if we cannot find anything else, we might as well head back.
Okay.
Alright. And we'll go ahead and cut over to Onimori and Elena.
What rolls we need to make?
Investigation or perception.
Investigate.
Could I specifically be looking for medical supplies?
You may.
Okay.
Are you looking for that instead of just resources?
Yeah, I am.
I'm
Okay.
looking for food.
Oh,
Holy shit!
fuck.
Wow.
Hey, there you go.
Best group.
Onimori, as you begin to look around, you can also find about 10 resources that are unspoiled. Elena, with the perception check, you do find at least a handful of medical supplies, just like gauze, bandages, the like. Was there anything specific you were looking for, or just stuff to patch up your guys' wounds?
Yeah, basically that. Like, yeah, she has healing magic, but if
You
certain
can't be,
things are gonna keep happening, then I need
Mhm.
things to hide things.
Yes, you would find bandages like gauze, antibiotics, that sort of stuff. Yep.
Cool.
Anything you two would like to talk about?
Yeah, but like which thing first?
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh boy.
I think Odimori finds some canned goods and he just turns to Elena as they're digging through some abandoned house and you know, genuinely the same feeling as we're feeling right. He goes, I don't know where to start.
She's just like distracting herself, not looking at you. Just distracting herself, gathering all this medical supplies. And honestly, it seems like she didn't even hear you at first. It like takes her a very long time to respond before
Yeah, I think-
says,
I'm sorry, I was gonna say in that pause, I think I'll start with an I'm sorry, that's certainly in order.
let's talk when we're not in this town, okay?
Understandable.
And she doesn't say anything for the rest of their excursion, trying to find shit. And I guess they head back.
Yeah, they head back.
Hey, hey, hey.
Great.
I guess from 10 of the things. Just a little bit of food. I'm so happy.
Not close.
Okay. And yeah, as you guys head back, well, I guess yeah, Maple and Ash are headed back there first. Is there anything they talk about, or is it just grim silence
It's
as
silence.
they? Mm-hmm.
I think when they get back to the ship,
Well,
Uh-huh.
when you get back to the ship, then
What
Why
the
are you saying-
yeah,
fuck?
no, for sure. What happens when we
What
get back to the ship?
the fuck? Shiva!
Yeah,
Why
sure.
would you interrupt him?
I'm gonna kick your
Yeah,
ass.
I don't-
you are not
I'm
alone.
gonna
I
kick
don't
your
like-
ass.
I
Who's
don't-
this bitch?
I don't like
Who
the
the
It's about to kill it.
music.
Oh no!
You are
if it's
not
a
alone.
decision we've recently made.
As
that's the guy.
Huh.
you guys get onto the ship, see a very pale-looking man who is currently pouring himself a glass of tea with a plate of snacks just he's set on a barrel in the middle of the deck. And as he begins to just quietly sip his tea, he looks at you with a smile as he says, care to join me? As let me go ahead and show you guys the full art.
Hell yeah, let's see some full art before I have to
Mhm.
react to whatever the hell this is.
Oh, oh.
As once again, thank you guys. Thank
Oh,
you
he's
to
cool.
Crystal Ball for this amazing art.
Oh, it's very good.
I really like the texture in the jacket. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's so
It's
good.
very cool.
Mhm.
Very creepy.
Can't wait to get
Yeah.
murdered by this guy.
It's very
Same. Hey.
I think Maple like says something to Ash to get his attention, and Ash sort of just slowly looks up. And like it takes Ash a minute to like fully clock everything that's going on, as like the color doesn't come back to his face, but his muscles sort of tighten and tense as he just slowly gets off of Maple, as he just says, "You." As he's just death gripping his bow, now standing next to Maple.
He smiles at you as he says, he just raises his arms out and says, me. Now, I would put away that weapon if I were you.
He's not matching our mood.
Hey, Shivam.
Hmm?
Ash's fun little sense of hated enemies. Am I getting a ping off of this motherfucker?
Oh my god.
Oh, right. Hey, just double check DM me exactly what the...
I think Primeval Awareness, I can pop it here in chat real quick. I think it lets me know little bits and features about the fuckers that come at me. Let me see.
Yeah.
Whoop, here it is in chat. And I believe with my new angry background, I had picked fiends up.
Yes, as you look at him, you are getting the extremely strong sense of undead with a little bit of fiendish magic coming from him as well.
You are another spawn of Beelzebub, then. I see.
I'd consider more of a champion, if you would. Just like you're a champion of the Star Drake, I believe.
What do you want?
Well, for right now, to sit and have some tea.
You slaughtered an entire ship's worth of people, and you think I'm going to sit and have a drink with you?
Well, it's either this or you guys might start starving a little bit on the trip, so I kind of figured one last meal? No?
This is gonna be a judgment roll on Ash's part. He's not doing too well. Let me just do it. Oh gosh, what even is this? He's got a decent insight. Let's go at barely.
11.
Ash
Only info I'll give you is this. as like you have your primeval awareness kind of actually no, I'd say like from like the decks there, you can probably see some of the lower decks. You can smell a rotting smell from downstairs where your food supplies are.
Cool. Cool. Um, I think Ash will move towards the table, but will not sit. Approach him at least. Is there food? Is there food on a table or some shit? Is he sitting at a table?
Yeah, sorry, there. Yeah, he set up a barrel as a table. As you can see along the table, there's like a whole bunch of like tea sandwiches, as well as like little cookies and pastries and the like.
Yeah.
It's this very like elaborate, ornate display.
Ash doesn't have an appetite. Believe it or
Weird,
not.
huh?
Weird.
What do you want to talk about?
Oh well, a few things here and there. I guess we can start off with this. How's your wife doing?
Whoa.
he immediately tenses, and I think if there was a chair like sitting on the side of the barrel where Ash was, Ash throws the chair to the side, and Maple has to like grab Ash to hold him back, as Maple's just like, Ash. Ash takes a second.
Why have you brought her back?
Well, I'd say the blame for that lies solely on you, Drake Warden. I mean, after all, you pissed off the devil.
Beelzebub is meddling with the states of life and death. I seek to protect them.
Oh, blah, blah. Are you kidding me? The states of life or death? Look how you're feeling right now. I mean, really, is all of that death actually worth it?
I did not choose this! And if I had the choice to go back in the ground, knowing that the world would be safe, I would. But knowing someone,
And Ash sort of leans over.
like you is walking around, I'm glad I'm back.
But defiant little spirit. See, that brings me to the why I'm here. Well, that spirit of yours, before you will be allowed to die, your spirit will be broken.
Ash sort of tilts his head a little bit and sort of pulls back, and he just goes,
I see. So you truly understand nothing about me. Well then let me enlighten you. You have brought back the person that I care for. And if you think that is going to break me, it has only given me more drive.
I suppose so. And speaking of that person you care about so much, do you know how many people she killed in that town? At my command?
Oh.
I don't like this.
Ash just sort of stares down for a second as I think Maple chimes up, and just sort of says, "What the fuck is your point? If you're just here to sling insults about shit, then you can leave. If you actually want to give us a useful thing or have a conversation, then we're willing to have that. But just know that the second that we get her free of your clutches, she is gonna fuck you up."
He grins at that as he says, "Fine, fine. I suppose we'll get on to the next bit. Let's wait for the others. Why don't we?"
I
Hmm?
was gonna say Ash is going to send a flare up into the sky,
Mm-hmm.
sort of like,
Oh shit.
get back.
Yeah, you guys all see that in the distance coming from the ship.
Fucking running. Fucking
Yeah.
running.
You guys
We're
do so.
flying.
Oh yeah, I can. Well, I pick up Onimori and I fly.
I run because I'm faster than your fly speed.
Oh fuck you. Damn.
Good.
You guys come to see a shattered chair as Ash is sort of being held by Maple.
Would any of you all like some tea, or?
Who are you?
Oh, I suppose we didn't exchange names. I don't think I'll tell you my real one quite yet, so let's go with, as he winks at Ash, Draco.
Draco
Is
Malfoy.
Ash
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say anything when we show up?
No, Ash is staring daggers at this guy.
Wait, so if it's not your real name, then wait, do you want? Is that a name you like, actually, or just a name you just random name?
The red
Oh my
menace
God.
is my soul.
I love him. Never change.
God, as he just kind of smiles, he says, "You know what? Let's just call it a joke you wouldn't get."
I like jokes. You can tell me them. I get most of them sometimes. There makes ones and they're just mean.
Maple looks up at the red menace and goes, "Hey, red menace, let's just let it go."
All right.
Do you have anything to offer us, or would you like to leave the ship?
Well, I figured a bit of tea and some snacks might be nice. But I suppose I do have one thing for you all. And you can thank that one, as he points to Ash, for putting this on the rest of you guys. He points to the Red Menace, Lucia. He points to Elena, Sage. He points to Onimori, Ishida.
I pick him up and throw him off the ship.
God. As you pick him up by like the collar. You can see him just point at Dea and say, "Well, I was going to finish my point, but well, there's just no one for her."
Fuck. Oh, shit.
As Onimori, you throw him off the ship.
Yeah, I throw him as hard as I can.
Yo, yeet, bitch.
Straight down.
Oh, this is when Onimori
As-
rolls a wisdom save and can't throw him off the ship. I'm gonna.
My God.
Nolan.
Don't invoke that.
Nolan, shush.
I'm so sorry. I'll be quiet.
You begin to throw.
Stop.
Would you like to roll a wisdom save?
I'm gonna lose it, guys.
No.
DC 14.
Yeah,
Nolan.
Guys, that was a joke. That was a bit. That was a funny haha.
Who's hiding right now,
I
bitch?
need this to be the
Whoa!
best roll of my
Let's
life.
go!
Let's go.
With a 16,
Get him out of here.
you manage to like resist the effects as you can see something beginning to try to overtake you. As he actually looks a little bit surprised for a second.
Oh, shit,
Um,
good. I want to see the fear in his eyes.
As you begin to throw him, he just says, "Oh, I'll be seeing you all shortly." As he's
Wait, can I
thrown.
actually just whip him into the side of the ship first and then throw him?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you do so. As you whip him into the side of the ship, the body suddenly turns limp in your arms as the light fades from his eyes.
Yeah, I'm water.
Mhm.
Goodbye.
Yeah, as he falls like a corpse into the water, just floating in the sea.
That's
You can
weird, and I
still
like it.
see as like he's facing up, he still has a smile on his face.
Yeah.
Okay, we should leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Onimori just turns and he kind of scans the party for 1 second and then goes to raise anchor.
I think out of muscle memory, Elena's just gonna move to the sails and start doing that, like working the sails to like get the fuck out of this goddamn town.
Mm-hmm.
But like, there's like a shocked. That's the word. Expression on her face. Shook. Shook it.
I think Ash. Oh boy. I think he's going to go into the ship and into his room.
Yeah. Poor baby. Oh my god.
Understandable.
I feel so bad. This poor. Ah.
Oh, I think before he walks off, he just out of memory is going to look at like Dea and Elena and just go,
I forget, does one of you know mending?
No, what was it?
Mending the spell.
No.
No.
Okay.
and is gonna walk off.
I'm so sad right now.
Maple's still up here then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Maple stays out.
Daya's gonna look at her. Well, are you going to tell us what happened in our absence? I think getting up to speed would be smart.
That was the guy who brought back Horizon, the champion of Beelzebub.
Fun. Our pursuer now has a link to us in this realm.
He already did.
Well, another. Your replacement is this fool we have seen in front of us.
This.
Maple sort of like takes a second.
This is only going to spread further and further. And I have a hunch.
As Maple sort of stares at the rest of the party, who's like panicked and sort of like re-rigging everything to get the ship going.
Ash isn't the only person that will be affected by this undeath. Let's get fucking going. I don't know.
And Maple will like fly up to the crow's nests and just sort of like perch.
That's my spot. No, I'm kidding.
Alright. Mm-hmm. You guys do so as you set off from Shade Creek. As you guys, I'm assuming, does someone kind of check out the supplies?
I'm gonna. I'm the book.
The Red Menace, as you head downstairs, the rest of your supplies have rotted away. You guys are currently at 20 resources.
Fuck.
Neat.
You guys can see that in some of the supplies too, that strange black acre is growing.
Could I at least try to fix the water we gathered?
The water?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and do your thing, I'm assuming.
Yeah, using purify drink and food and drink.
Oh, hell.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Purify that food and
Oh.
drink. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll allow that with the spell slot. I'll say that you managed to save at least a little bit of the resources, so you're up to 30 now. But
Whew.
still, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Hmm? With all of that being said, you guys set out as you travel late into the night. This seems like a good spot to perhaps have a long rest.
Yeah, let's take a long
Yeah.
rest. Hit that
Or
long
like a
rest
long
button.
stare into the ceiling.
Oh,
Rest.
wow, full HP.
That's wild. I love full HP.
Would you guys like to take some watches?
Yeah, Onimori.
We're on the ship now.
How do I get rid of flying?
Oh, hold on, let me delete that for you.
Yeah, good.
There's a new
Sure.
tab that has your
Yeah, I got you.
conditions.
Ooh.
Ash will go to sleep.
Please go to sleep. Do not
Mhm.
wake up. Just sleep.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm assuming no one would contest, and we'd all just silently decide that Ash doesn't take a
Yeah,
watch.
absolutely.
Yeah, he can sleep.
He gets the good
Mhm.
nap.
All right.
Oh, I think Onimori and Elena are gonna do something. Because the whole...
We're gonna do a funny prank on Ash while he's asleep, actually.
I'm gonna
We're
kill
gonna
him.
feed him a bowl of water to
Get
cheer him up.
No.
my God.
How to permanently ruin our relationship with Ash.
Gone.
God. Cool. Yeah. Let's go ahead and start off with Onimori and Elena.
Oh boy.
Do you want to start, or should I?
No, let Onimori fucking struggle.
I think once Onimori has the wheel set wherever we're headed, he goes to grab Elena and he just says, well, I suppose I owe you this much. Ask whatever you'd like. I'll answer as much as I can.
Before she asks anything, she is going to wrap you in a hug.
Oh, okay. His arms kind of just go out.
Stock still.
Sorry, what did you say?
He's just stock still, like fuck.
yeah, like I'm bored.
You were in that much pain for that long? And you
Well,
didn't tell anyone?
Pain. It's just. We should start somewhere.
She'll let go, but like, there is a lot of sympathy behind her eyes.
Seems to confuse Onimori. I won't even make you roll insight. Your passive's high enough.
I know. So what is this curse exactly?
Well, I've been telling the truth. It's just a curse that's been given to me by Oiwa.
Is Oiwa like you?
No, she wouldn't do this to herself, now would she? It's... For her, at least, there are many upsides. It's what gives me my strength. But that's most of it. There's a lot of things I could go over, but... The downside, of course, is that you have to be drinking people's blood, which is horrific, don't get me wrong. but it made me near unstoppable on the battlefield.
Can you break the curse?
I've tried. If there's a way, I don't know what it is. Believe me,
Sorry.
Elena, Sorry, go ahead.
I was writing notes, sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
Flip my
God.
page.
Elena's like writing frantically while
So tell me how you
had it
feel.
for decades. Believe me, I am not as much of a danger as I certainly came off as earlier today. You know, when I first got the curse, I couldn't control myself whatsoever, but, you know, over time you learn a thing or two. I tried to be okay by the time we got to the ship, but we took a bit long to get to our next destination, and frankly I was trying to rely on the fish, and, well, the supplies didn't really hold out for everybody else. And I'd rather you guys not die than I have some problems.
She kind of motions to the arm that is kind of mauled up, but she's used some of the gauze to, like, kind of hide it.
I'm very sorry. I wish I could avoid that part.
Am I going to get this curse?
No, certainly not. I would not subject you to that.
How do you get it?
I'm not entirely certain, but it's a long process. It takes effort, believe me, you're not going to get it by accident.
How long have you had this?
Well, if Dr. White is to be believed, I think several hundred years. Not that I was awake for all of that.
Why blood?
Could ask that same question myself. No, I guess I'm glad I don't have to, eat the whole person. And yes, I have tried animals, it's just not quite the same.
Have you drank human blood?
Yes, it's the only thing that really, truly abates the curse.
Sorry, I'm frantically writing.
And Elena, the next time if I do need to ask you, and at this point I owe you anything you could possibly ever want. It will not be like before. Really, the reason I called you out, and I'm again very sorry, was because I knew if I was going to lose control, you were probably the only one who could push me away. And I'm sorry I put that upon you.
I'd rather you take my blood than hurt anyone else, Onimori.
I'm grateful you feel that way.
As someone who sometimes can't control herself, I understand.
And now you've uncovered my secret as to why I was so keen on helping you.
And here I thought you just wanted to be my friend, Onimori.
Well, I mean, that's part of it, of course. But if I have any sort of wisdom that will help someone else, I'm going to share it.
Why do you hide your face?
The curse is quite evident. And also, if I'm out in the sun, I will burn. Not like sunburn, but I will physically burn.
Oh.
Not sure if it's because the sun is some holy thing or what.
Huh. Well, that's...
What?
Well, I'm a cleric. I do a lot of holy things, and you're not... I don't know.
Well, you haven't. I guess. I'm sure blasting anyone with radiant energy would hurt.
Well, yeah, but... Huh. Is there anything, like, else I should know that could hurt you? The sun is kind of a lot, because it's...
He kind of holds his arms and goes, well, I've learned how to cope with that quite well, I think.
Oh, I thought you were just cold all the time. That makes
I am
sense.
that too, but you know.
Shivam, do I know what the fuck vampires are? Or no?
Everyone knows what vampires are.
Okay,
yes, but
alright.
it's really
Pop
just
culture
your
thing.
perception. Yeah, so.
Alright. So can you, like, eat garlic? Or no?
What?
Nothing. Alright, sorry. Stupid question.
I mean, maybe? Haven't.
Well, I'm
I
not
don't
going
know.
to just get garlic to find out. I don't...
Is there a reason for that very specific question?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. I just... Mirrors. Does that... I took his picture before. Did he show up?
His clothing
I'm-
did.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's mostly clothing.
I will say, was this more of a modern camera or was it a flash camera?
Technically
It was a
modern.
flash camera, I remember that.
If it was a flash camera, then a vampire would have shown up because modern cameras use mirrors. Flash cameras impart the image and burn it
It's
in.
very interesting.
Hey, it's my history fun fact for the day, guys.
When you say mirrors, he goes, no, I don't have a reflection, but... again, I don't know why.
I didn't get a good look at your face, Onimori, but like, you don't look like you're like 4D.
Oh, well, thank you.
No, I'm serious. That's not this. Yes, good job, but
No. When I received my curse, I simply stopped aging. I didn't know about the whole live for a very long time thing until, well, it just kind of happened. It's nighttime, isn't it, Shivam?
Yes.
I can take the mask back off. It doesn't do anything but keep me out of the sun.
If you feel comfortable doing that.
Sure. He does pause. But he'll take it off.
I think she'll grow like kind of a friendly smile, but it's not as like the brightest, bubbliest that you've seen. Well, it's nice to meet you, Onimori.
Likewise. But I guess I should explain myself a little bit more. The reason I generally don't go around telling people this is because, well, A, it's horrific. And B, it's not for my own safety, it's for other people's safety, and that's about as far into that as I feel comfortable getting. My face, knowing whatever this is going on in the hands of the wrong people, could be devastating to others.
Tell me if I overstep, but does your son have this curse?
About that?
Shut up. Shut up.
No.
Hmm. Oh, I don't want to ask it, but I do.
Do you want to roll something?
Yeah. I don't. I have a feeling, but I don't want to be right.
All right, roll someone.
Yeah.
I don't even. As the insight, I think it's deception. I do have advantage on deception.
Okay,
But I have a -1, so I'm going to roll a nat 20.
let's go. 320.
Get out of here.
He's definitely lying,
Yeah.
but with a 19, I'm gonna give you more information.
19 of what?
Sorry. I'm not gonna give you more information with just a difference in 2, but he's
Okay.
not telling the truth.
I don't think she'll push him on it for now. As much as I really want to, I don't think she has a lot more decorum than I do.
It's part of the safety of other people thing, Elena. I hope you understand.
Yes. Oh. Who's Ishida?
He was my closest friend. We fought together in the war for 15 years.
I think she'll kind of like...
He just stares at the ocean.
Yeah, I think she's just kind of like lean on the side of the ship and just kind of take a deep breath. Assuming that this Draco man is going to bring... She's like trailing off because she doesn't even want to bring herself to say it. Like,
It's not good.
mm-hmm.
I'm going to kill him. Onimori turns and looks you dead in the eyes and says, I'm going to watch him die. Before he touches anyone else.
She won't say anything to that.
I don't know anything about him right now. I think it's a pretty high up goal for all of us to find out more.
Onimori.
Hmm.
If he brings back them, do you think you are strong enough to put them to rest? I don't mean physically.
No. I don't even know what he's done to Horizon so far. But I think I understand Ash a little bit more now.
Do you remember what you said on the battlefield at all?
Do I, Shivam?
I would say probably, considering the amount of times you blacked out, I'm just gonna go with a no.
No. And that's something else I'd like to figure out. It was very spotty.
You were
First
going
with-
on and on about a marriage, about how we were being bad wedding guests, that we needed to go attend this wedding. I know it
Stupid of
wasn't...
me?
Yeah, it wasn't you. It's whatever was in that wolf's blood, that black ichor. It was that.
I'd like to figure out how to get rid of that. This whole day has frankly been terrible, I think, for
Oh,
everybody.
yes.
Go
Just know Ash and Maple were not exactly happy about you saying that, but
on.
I
I'm
just-
already planning on an apology.
yep, I just am warning you beforehand.
Mm-hmm. And I'd like to figure out how to get rid of this. Generally, when I eat something, it works its way out of me eventually. With the ichor, I'm not sure.
Shivam, when I blasted the weird stuff off of the Red Menace, is that the same as this?
Why don't you roll me a
Medicine?
Arcana or Medicine? Mhm.
Give me the medicine.
Oh boy. Am I just stuck with this disease forever, Shivam?
With a 26, as you look at Onimori, the Star Drake was odd. Because, like, you could... Well, I guess, like, yeah, Star Trek was different. Because, like, there was very visible clumps of that ichor on it. Onimori has ingested it, and there are no signs whatsoever of any exterior things happening. It seems hard to, like, do so, considering it's inside of him.
What if I just punch him really hard? No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god.
You have to punch him really, really, really hard.
Yes, I know. I ate it, and that was the dumbest thing I've ever done.
Yeah, that, you know, your dumbest lists are climbing.
Pretty bad.
Mm-hmm. If I kill him. I don't think I can. I don't think I physically can.
Well, DM skill issue.
I have noticed that it really only kicks in when I go to strike something with the ichor so far. I don't know how I can avoid that. But I know when it's going to happen now. And that was the first step to controlling my bloodlust. Maybe I can do the same.
How often do you need blood? Every day?
Just every few days. It's not every day.
Then promise me from now on, Onimori, you're not going to take blood from just random people.
It has been pretty bad. I promise.
You may take blood from me. On my arm, so I can kind of hide it.
Again, I'm sorry,
Will you stop apologizing to me?
No.
Let me help you. You're no longer alone in this.
He looks real sad.
Ah, don't do that to me. I can see it now.
Sorry.
He has no mask
You
on.
can see his face. He's actually quite expressive for someone
What
who's
the fuck?
constantly wearing a mask.
Seeing that sadness in his eyes, she'll just pull him into another hug.
Oh, okay, I'm touched.
You said you owed me.
Onimori pats her on the back one time.
She'll let go. And then she'll hand you the mask again.
Oh, thank you. No, I promise. Before I had kind of a similar support system. But of course, now that I'm in the middle of somewhere completely different, it's a different experience.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a whole different experience.
For all of us.
Yeah. Yeah. If... Never mind.
No, you can say.
If you lose control again, what do you want me to do?
Run.
No.
No, I genuinely
No.
mean that. No,
And I
Elena,
genuinely know.
I will come to my senses in time. You don't need to stop me. Just run
Come to your
somewhere else.
senses in time?
Minutes,
What will you do in
maybe.
that time? You just admitted to me that you kept blacking out.
If no one's around, just run. No one's in danger, just run. We're fighting someone, just shove someone who should die in front of me and run. I know that sounds morbid and terrible, but
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I would rather have time than hurt one of you. Subduing me isn't the easiest option.
Okay.
Remember, Elena, I was made for the battlefield.
As was I.
Then you would understand.
I understand, but that doesn't mean I like it.
Me neither. But, sometimes there's solutions to problems and none of them are satisfactory, and you just have to find the best one.
Death sucks.
I wish I could say I could empathize. I just found out that I haven't been.
I didn't mean dying. I just meant death in general.
Alright.
It's been a lot.
That has... I want to apologize to Ash for a couple of things. But I feel like
him
every time
time.
I talk to him, I don't know what I say, but he just hates me more. I don't want to do that to him.
You two are very different. Different times, different ways of viewing things. Just different. And sometimes it just rubs off the wrong way. Give Ash space right now. Especially after tonight.
Of course.
If you want me to be mediator, I can try, but
I don't want to seem like I'm teaming up against him.
I'm not teaming against anyone. I would rather have us as a good working party.
Likewise. I guess I don't know, call Dr. White.
And tell her everything?
And I have a couple of questions for her. Anything you'd like to know?
I'd rather not speak with her for a while.
That's fine. I did have a question that was a little sensitive, so if you want to go get the others, I bid you good night.
Wait, real quick. Can you sleep?
Yes.
Do you actually sleep?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
I guess that's a fair question at this point.
Okay.
Don't think there's anything else. I don't need to breathe, actually.
Oh my. Okay. That's
So that time when I was joking about just being able to hold my breath for a long time.
so you. Oh.
No, I just
oh.
go when I. Yeah.
Doesn't
But
need
between you and me, it's still a joke.
Uh-huh. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Hui. Yeah.
His face
Just-
says, "Yeah, I know this is a lot, and I'm very sorry." I can also see in the dark. So every time we've been fighting in caves and you guys have been whipping around torches for me, you've never had to do that, and I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
I guess that's for
Okay.
Daya and the rest of you still.
I just kind of cast the light and call it good.
Fair enough.
It's kind of what I do, you know? And she, like, kind of does the Aang avatar thing with the marbles.
Onimori claps. But, this has all
Yeah.
been very stressful.
Oh, you're telling me.
You need to ask. Wait, can I borrow your crystal? Actually, I don't have
You
one.
have?
Wait, no, I have one now. I feel like mine is bugged.
Can I look at it?
It's the one we got from, Bildra.
I know which one it is.
Yeah, I gave it to her.
She goes into those contacts, sees
Wait, no, I wouldn't have any context for that. I
Yes,
don't
you
that.
do. In that phone, you do.
Oh, to know that things can be bugged?
No. Those 3 fucking names I'm going to delete.
Which ones?
La Guerra.
Oh, I was gonna say, I don't even hand the phone over because Onimori wouldn't think that.
Ew.
Yeah, sorry, I take that back.
Fucking goddamn it.
I'm going to go call the doctor. Good night, go get some rest. Actually, I'll go wake the others so we don't step over each other on accident.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good night.
You think of anything, message me. I think that's how it works.
She just talks in your head. You mean like this? This is
That again.
telepathy.
Yes, that.
Telepathy.
I hate that every time. But good night.
Good night.
I'm gonna call Dr. White.
Oh, fucking god. There's so
Oh.
much shit.
Boy.
I wanted to ask real quick, do you go to your room to call Dr. White?
I imagine no one else is out on the top of the ship.
No, Maple is.
Maple is.
In-
But she's in the crow's nest.
I wouldn't have
Maple's-
thought of that unless I could see her from where I am.
Well,
Was Maple awake for all of that though?
Yeah.
Great, excellent, okay.
Wait,
What?
is Maple? I have a.
I'd imagine too. She's probably like just resting in the crow's, like just lying down or something.
Yeah.
So probably not. Yeah.
You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna shut my
Hmm.
mouth
She was
because I
just
think
lying
that's
down in the crow's
interesting.
nest.
Mhm.
She also did have tongues cast on her, so she could definitely understand.
Great.
Cool.
Onimori puts his mask back on and calls Dr. White, none the wiser.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You do so. She
my
picks
God.
up as she says, hi?
Remember the blue man with the white hair we were explaining earlier?
Yes.
We
You
found him, and I believe he is resurrecting our dead friends and using them to attack people. He seems to be some sort of devil, and when I threw him overboard, his the only way I can describe it is his spirit left his body, in a very literal sense.
She closes her eyes, taking just a deep breath. As she begins to kind of focus, she says, okay, with any resurrection, you would need at least some part of the physical body in order to do so. I can get a list of names together for things we can do about this. Well, Lucia's likely in the Dust Keep. I can talk to the Ashura.
Yes, it's Lucia. Horizon has unfortunately already been brought back. We just ran into her.
Yeah. Also, she didn't know Lucia. I skipped ahead in there. Sorry. you explained Lucia's name. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. She's in Death Keep. I'll talk to the Ashura. Okay. So, Horizon. Any other names?
Sage.
Oh God. That's trickier to defend. I don't know if I have any context in CL of that that could be there.
And Ashira.
It'd take a while, but I could send a letter to Simray.
I don't know where he's. Wait, somewhere is alive.
He nods as she says, "Yeah."
Huh. When were you planning on telling me this?
Okay, I'm going to be honest. Again, with everything with memories and stuff like that, I mean, I'm still kind of playing my cards close to the table here, but
Dr. White, we've confirmed that that didn't happen to me.
yeah, I wanted to make sure. I'm sorry, but
She is alive?
she what?
She is alive.
Yeah, I can.
Where is
I'll
she?
send back in your hometown.
Can I get a little bit more specific than that?
Let me find the name.
In Minoyama.
Minoyama.
In
Okay.
Akaide.
Yeah. Okay. Minoyama in Okaide.
The Ryote?
Yeah.
The same Ryote?
Mm-hmm. The same Ryote.
Good gods. It's been 400 years. That makes sense. This is a whole lot. Dr. White, I don't know where he was buried.
I can let her know that. If you'd like,
No one does. It was... I don't even know if he was buried.
I can send Speedy over if you want to write the letter to her. Give her all the details you can. Hopefully, you should be able to figure something out.
Yes, I'll do that. Jeez.
Is there anything else?
The Icar that we run into with the Star Drake and the Dreadworm. It seems to have spread to the village that we first stopped at.
Gods.
It's infected whatever's left of the people who are here, and Horizon herself. She seems to be present in some way, shape, or form, but she claimed to be losing control at random bouts. And was I there when he said that what Horizon had done? Sorry.
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
okay. And I'm not sure what that means for her. But whatever you can find out, I'm sure everyone would appreciate an answer. I may have eaten some of it.
Okay, let's start with that. Okay, Onimori.
I don't need you to ask why. I just know
Yep,
that I ate some of it.
Yeah, focusing on the what to do now.
And when
Your
I've been
bio-
attacking the creatures infected with the ick, at least so far,
Well, here's the thing.
I've
So,
lost control and I guess been very passive towards them. I haven't attacked anyone in the party, but I would like to fix this.
yeah, that's going to be trickier with your nature. You're, again, not quite alive. What that ichor is?
Sure, I'll go along with that story.
Yeah, I know. But what that ichor is, it turns living creatures into a state of undeath and then empowers them. You're at a weird stage because, again, that not quite living thing.
Living.
I know, you're like anything else. But at the same time,
I'm not breathing out.
yeah.
So I'm physically okay. I don't feel ill or anything. Well, I felt
Yeah.
a little ill when I ate it, but I think that was just an emotional response.
The fact, okay, well, oh boy. Removing the ichor from a living creature, as far as you guys have explained to me, with kind of overloading it with that sort of, energy of life, I believe, and getting it
Been
to go
killed
off.
before a little bit.
I'm worried how much it would damage you to do so.
I mean, it's worth a shot, isn't it? Actually, that's not a bad idea. Someone just kills me, I'll be fine in a week. Right?
Huh.
I mean, it's an inconvenient week, but if we're just traveling a lot.
Well, that's grim, but I guess it's an option. Ugh.
I'd rather not inconvenience the party anymore at this point, and if just a little bit of long, deep sleep solves our problem. It's worth a shot.
Terrifyingly enough, I do think you have a point.
The doctor recommends it.
I wouldn't say. I can't, under any sort of good conscience, recommend that plan, but considering the alternative. I think it's an option, and you know what you can do. You can make that choice.
Well, and frankly, the battle in the village did not go incredibly well because I was essentially a dead weight, and I don't want to be that.
Then I suppose keep it controlled, but as long as you know it's a way that you can't be killed, then yes, it might purge it from your body, considering there would be nothing there for that week, ideally.
Right. Do we have our map marked off for the next destination already? 'Cause otherwise, I've just been going north.
Yeah, I'd say you guys, could.
Do you have any information about it that I can share with the family?
Are we the family? Oh! Just give me this little serotonin, please.
A singular drop.
Couple of options for you. If you're sticking near the coast, the nearest populated town would be Fernsworth. I'm gonna type that out.
Please.
All right, Ash, do you have a problem with that name?
A nice name. It's a happier name. It's a
No,
plant.
it accurately represents the worth of a fern.
I'm just.
No undead infesting the location or ichor wolves.
Where the
Well,
fuck you type this
considering
out?
it was out there, keep on guard for any nearby towns to have the exact same thing happen to
Actually, how
them.
far away is that? We might want to go a little further.
And that's kind of my point. It's fairly far out, about a little over a week's journey. How are you guys doing on supplies and the like?
Poorly, the bastard, I'll use that word, spoiled all of our food. I think the Red Menace could recover a little bit of it, but we only have what we could get from the town.
She consults some like maps of the area as she says, okay, some other options then. There might be a couple of like larger islands then, if you're willing to go off the coast a little bit more. And at that point, try and gather up your resources, shore up some supplies, the like there.
Alright.
So that's another option too.
Who's inhabited?
They would be uninhabited by, yeah, so. If you guys are wanting to go as far out from there as possible, though, well, let's see. Would you guys want to go inland for a bit to try and resupply, or just keep going along the coast?
Just give me some details. It's just me out here. I'll have to consult everyone else.
Sure. If you guys head inland for a bit, you could probably reach Briar Glen. It's a fairly large trading town. It seems to be inhabited by a decent amount of people, and hopefully it should at least have decent resources to defend itself if it's under any sort of attack or the like. If you guys were just wanting to head to like the town that'd be the most out of the way for, you know, this sort of thing, what was the town name I said
Farnsworth,
before?
Briar Glen and
You got
Glen.
Fernsworth and Briar Glen.
Okay.
and the island. How far will we reach these?
Let's see. So Briar Glen would be, it's about the same distance out, a little bit over a week, but you'd also have to travel about 3 to 4 days inland.
So it'll be out of the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
And then last town, there's Aylesbury. That is pretty far north. I hear it's more of just like a very small fishing village, very remote, very out of the way, not a lot of people there.
Wait, was that on the island?
That's not an island, no, that's just farther north, but
Oh, it's
she
3
says,
towns.
yeah, so it's 3 towns.
So we got
and
Fernsworth, Briar Glen, and Aylesbury.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Fernsworth is just the nearest town. Briar Glen is like a little bit like inland, and it seems to
They're
be
both about a
fortified.
week.
Aylesbury is the one that's the most like far out. It's just over 2 weeks there. But it is tiny, remote, and like it should at least be like hopefully some kind of resupplies. But yeah, just very tiny.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. White. I think that's all I need. If you can get us any more information on the thing that we met, it would be appreciated. And the Ichor, of course, too.
Yeah, of course.
Going to go wake up some other people and tell them all of this in the morning.
Yeah, just let me know if you guys need anything, and yeah, just be careful, of course. I don't know. I
Mhm.
mean, if it's spreading, then I think one of those towns is it's likely going to be under siege soon.
We should warn them.
Yeah. But for right now,
Well, that's dark. On that note, I think I'll bid you a good night.
you as well. Speedy can be there in the morning, and you can send the letter off.
Alright.
All right. And with that, just as a hint, maybe once Speedy gets there and gets across the ocean, maybe in March we'll see a separate little side adventure to see how that resolves.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Stay
boy.
tuned for that.
Oh shit.
Um.
I go wake up the Red Menace and Dea.
You do so, as I think. Let's go ahead and take a 15-minute break.
Yeah, sure, man.
Alrighty.
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
Well, back and hold on.
Yeah.
I gotta do something real quick. Once again, yeah, just check out the art done by Crystal Ball. She did in fact do the Horizon art as well as the art of Draco. Yeah, please check her out on
Draco?
Instagram. We also want to give like a special shout out to her campaign that she does with all of her friends there. So here's a special message from them. Clock Tower is a D&D campaign edited to an easy-to-listen-to audio drama. It features a custom setting in class as well as original music, all of which are available for you to use in your own games. Join a fun cast of characters as they struggle through the world of time loop adventures and eldritch nightmares. Sort of like the Muppets take on Bloodborne, but with less fuzz. You can find this show on their website, clocktoweragent.com, or look up Clock Tower, a D&D 5e experience most places podcasts are found. And until then, time's ticking. See you in the Clock Tower. Once again, thank you guys so much for kind of joining with us. Please check out their podcast. They give us a shout out in their latest episode. I've seen their stuff. It is very well edited, very professionally done. Honestly, can't recommend you guys checking them out enough.
Oh, hell yeah.
But yeah, with that, yeah, let's get back into things as
facts.
yeah.
Yeah. When we get back from break, we like to give little fun facts about our characters so you get to know them better. So this week, fun fact that I have, Ash and Horizon have nicknames for each other based on significant events that happened in their
I
partnership.
don't like this one. This fact is not fun.
This hurts me.
Horizon's nickname was Feathers, as she would constantly shed, and Ash would often give her grief, as the more she was stressed, the more she would shed. For Ash, Ash's nickname was Stars, because he often found himself staring up into the sky getting distracted, and would help them navigate through the forests and tracking by the stars.
What the fuck? That
Very
hurts
fun.
my soul.
Oh,
Well,
God.
fun
That
fact.
was not fun.
How is it
Un-
fun?
Unfun.
I think it's a fun fact.
Oh boy. For Deus fact, Dea greatly dislikes the sweets of modern times. Desserts from her time had little sweetness due to either the use of just honey to sweeten it or natural sweeteners, and since sugar was so expensive, it was really only used for making certain high-end medicines, so she relates that more so to the current treats of the time.
Convenient
What an
excuse to not
interesting
like
fun
Elena's
fact.
cookies.
I see how it is.
It's
Crazy.
too sweet for. She's like if you gave like a caveman
Like a
monster
Baja
energy,
Blast.
they'd die.
That's fair.
Aryan child.
So Elena likes to hum a lot, but if you listen closely, the one she hums the most is a lullaby her mother used to sing.
That fact is also not fun.
What do you mean? You don't know what it
It
is.
makes me upset and
Mm.
confused.
Oh. She had a mom. Huh.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we do have a little bitty sponsor. Fun fact.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime Onimori tries to eat food, including garlic, I guess, it effectively turns to ashes in his mouth. By taste and texture, though not through physical change. It makes him ill in the case that he does actually manage to eat. This has led to him also disliking the sweets of modern times.
Y'all just hate on my cookies, man.
Yo, we all
Truly
have a reason
maple?
we all have a reason to hate cookies.
Bro,
Oh,
only
no.
Maple and the Red Menace are my homies out here. Like, what the fuck?
Just vibing.
Yeah, Onimori gave his to Maple, so she gets double the serotonin.
So true.
It's a net even.
It's evil. The Red Menace likes to hum a lot, but if you listen closely, it's Kokomo.
I'm gonna kill you.
Good.
Aruba, Jamaica. Let's just sing Kokomo for a little bit, guys. We need to de-stress after this.
And we're gonna
huh?
get banned on Twitch.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh god.
Evo, you're too good at singing. We're gonna get banned.
Hush.
Gosh. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get right back into things. As Onimori, you wake up the Red Menace who's currently humming in his sleep, and you go to wake up Dea.
Oh
Dea.
god. No.
You dream.
Dea has a dream, motherfucker.
The session's bad for everyone.
My danger sense is activating.
Dea, you find yourself in this ornate-looking ballroom. As you can see, as you're just surrounded by people from all sides, who are currently just like mingling and like chatting with each other. You can see that there is like a woman in a purple dress that stands at your side. Can you go ahead and describe how Dea looks right now?
So, Dea is dressed very differently from traditional Velilus like fashion. She's still adorned in a white piece of fabric, but it has more of a mystical sense to it. It's covered in beads and shiny things and pearls, and it looks almost like she had been a spirit pulled from the water, essentially. She looks very nervous, like uncomfortable is a good way to word it. She feels very uncomfortable as well, as she's proud to cake herself in so much makeup to ensure that her scars would not show, as it is a far more revealing outfit than what she would like to wear, as it is what they have told her she has to wear for this event.
Mm-hmm. And as you're being led around by like the Empress, you can see as like there is a burly looking like Earth Genasi. As the Empress just says, "Ooh, General Savas, over here. General Savas, the Oracle, if you would." As Dea, how do you kind of introduce yourself to this important looking person?
She goes to bow her head, making sure she ducks it underneath his height. It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Dea, the Oracle of Delawai.
An oracle, then. So, I take it you can be the one, then, to give us, information on our enemy's plans, or?
If the gods so will it, yes.
Only if the gods so will it? How interesting.
She just doesn't make a quip back. Her mouth is just kind of folded in a line, and she's still holding the bow.
He looks at like the Empress, as both of them begin to engage in idle talk, completely ignoring the fact you're there for a bit. As eventually the general makes his way off, you can see as like the Empress just like smiles, blinding smile at you as she says, "Oh, Dea, go and mingle with some people. Really make yourself endearing to them, why don't you?" "Yeah, I have a few things to take care of."
Of course, Your Majesty. And Day gives her another bow as she waits for the Empress to leave first before she goes to move.
Yeah. The Empress moves away as you are left in this like sea of people who occasionally just like sneak glances at you. You can see there's quite a few people even just like almost openly just like gossiping about you and the like.
As much as the Empress would like her to probably mingle, it's just so overwhelming for her. She's never been anywhere like this. I think she tried to look over to the crowd and see if there's somewhere outside that she can just get out of this stuffy room and maybe take a breath and just attempt to relax.
Yeah. You do so, finding a balcony, as you kind of look out at the stars, trying to get just a little bit of fresh air. And as you do so, the voice of the general from before suddenly begins to boom near you, as you can see that there is like this soldier, appears to be an air genasi, which is like his hair folded over, and that kind of like it almost looks like a cloud itself in the way that he's kind of combed it. As he's currently just like standing at attention, the general is just like up in his face, just like screaming at the top of his lungs as he says, "I am the general, so I say who we protect, not you. If I say that someone is not to be protected, you don't do it. Are we understood?" As you can see, the air genasi just kind of like is looking away, just saying, "Yes, sir." As General Savas says, "I don't care that you're a Metricos. You do not protect anyone in that city until they swear fealty to me. Are we understood?" As he lets out one final "yes, sir," you can see as like the general begins to just like storm off. And as he does so, out of the view of the general, you can see as like the air genasi suddenly like takes his hand as he just kind of makes like the mock talking motion at him.
I think when the two had popped out onto the balcony as well, they had probably found somewhere to tuck herself for a moment to not get caught in the crossfire. When Savas leaves, I'd say that she pokes her head out to see the man just being a shit behind this guy's back. Perhaps even just laughing a little bit at the display.
Yeah. And as you give like a giggle, you can see as he's just like shocked into stupor as he suddenly just like stands at attention once more, turning to face you. As he says, what did you just see there?
Nothing much, I would say. At least something a little more entertaining than how the rest of the night has been for me.
He begins to relax from like his at attention pose, um, as he puts his hands kind of at his sides, just saying, "Sorry, I mean, I just can't believe a guy like him, you know? I mean, really, only protecting the places that have voted for you to be general."
Savas is power hungry. He. I'm sure you can vouch for how much, well, how much it has really gone to his head, I would say.
Yeah, no kidding. I don't think I caught your name, by the way.
Apologies. My name is Dea. Dea Delawai.
Pelanos Metricos. He offers you a handshake as he says, Delhi, I haven't been there. Sounds like a nice city.
It really is. I don't think that there's an island more beautiful in the Empire. And Metricos. That's part of the main part of the mainland, correct? That is a lot where of the agriculture is located, correct?
Yeah, just a poor little farm boy out here trying to make my fortune.
Really doing our bests, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose so. You know, I haven't actually met someone like you all the way through here. I mean, every person here I've met has been thoroughbred through and through.
They are overbearing quite a bit at times, yes. Not-
Overbearing to say the least.
Well, I guess I suppose the attempt at being nice about things, yes, they are. It's not good, no. Uh, Surely things are a bit more. I think peaceful's not the right word. Uh, More free in, well, your position as a soldier. I can assume from your armor that you have been assigned here for the night.
Mm-hmm. Yep, guard duty, and I mean, I wouldn't say as much. I mean, we go where the general tells us to go, guard where the general tells us to guard, fight what the general tells us to fight. It's crushing sometimes.
At
Can't
least
imagine you're much better off.
well, at least you get to move around and see the Empire for yourself. And it's always, when are we getting another vision? When are we getting another vision? Are the gods going to give us another vision? They take time. People just do not understand. And then they get irritated, of course, when their issues cannot be solved directly, or if the gods see something else more important, they're petty squabbles to deal with. So headstrong. So annoying.
You can see as like he recognizes you as the Oracle for a little bit, as he's about to say something, but decides against it, trying not to spoil the mood with titles and any of that sort of nonsense. I mean, honestly, yeah, that's crushing. I mean, they keep a woman who was divinely blessed by the gods and goddesses themselves and just use you for their own ends.
Such is fate.
Ah, I'm just saying, like, the gods have chosen you, shouldn't you be at the top of all this?
I feel like that's a bit more than what I can handle. There's probably more issues than what I can handle on my own, if I were that powerful, but it would make, I suppose, helping the Empire easier.
I don't know, you seem like you have a good head on your shoulders. I mean, I'd like a person like you in charge compared to, well, as he kind of nods over towards Savas, who is currently just chewing someone out, just red in the face again.
I think you are right about one thing. Someone could definitely be doing better than he is.
Yeah.
We seem to be. We seem to be both of sound mind, balanced, I suppose, in the sense of not being like a lot of the other people here. Do you think you could do good if you were in a higher position than what you are now?
Well, I'd certainly try my damnedest. Do you think you could do good if you were put in a higher position?
I know I could be far more efficient.
Crazy idea. You want to help each other try and do that?
A lot of things in life are a gamble, but if you never play your hand, you'll never achieve anything. I'll put my cards on you. Let us see where we go with this.
Well, seems the gods have blessed me for meeting you tonight, then.
I think they will have a lot for us in store in the future. Dea holds out her hand for a shake.
Yeah. As he shakes your hand, he looks out at the dance floor as he says, and, if I might be so bold, care for a dance?
I, I am not much of a dancer.
Well, neither am I. In my village, we had a couple of small dances around a fire, and that was really it. So, seems we're both even in that regard.
Well, if you have me beat there, I suppose. If we look awful, we look awful together.
And so be it. As he takes your hand and leads you to the dance floor.
She will attempt her best.
Yeah, you do so. As let me go ahead and post the art.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh,
Where's this boy at?
Thank you, Sue, for the art. It turned out
Yes.
so good.
Oh shit.
Mhm.
oh shit.
Oh, that
I
is
Sue went
really
absolutely apeshit. I
pretty.
fucking the
Oh,
colors,
that's so
it's so
good.
good.
Mhm. You want to pop that bad boy on stream?
Yeah, let's get that up.
I love the dress. Ah, I'm here for it. A queen.
Very powerful. Yeah, is it up on stream? Nolan?
Nolan.
No, it's gone.
Nolan.
He's dead.
Is he gone? Is he
No.
gone?
Fucking gone.
Yell at him.
The stream is running,
Nolan!
so you didn't explode
Yeah.
up. He might have needed to go run and do something. We'll tell him when he
Okay.
gets back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Holy shit, the zoom on
I think you
Solana's
might be
face
muted,
scared the
bud.
shit out of me.
yeah, we can't hear you if you're talking.
Haha! I had clicked my
There we
mic
go.
up. Hey, there we
Oh
go.
my
Oh my
god.
I was very
Yeah,
confused as well.
Check out that art. Thank you, Sue, so much. I absolutely adore this. I really love like the expressions too. Like, oh my god.
Mhm.
He got an energy.
Mm-hmm.
can't wait to see how he betrays Dea horrifically.
Yeah, mm-hmm.
Oh man. But yeah, no. As that dream happens, Dea, you wake up.
To
Oh, shit.
Onimori gently jostling your shoulder.
What part of... Don't touch me. Do not understand. You can just say my name.
Yeah. I didn't do it this time. You say I was smarter.
You have learned, and she's pointing to the red menace. You, pointing to Onimori, still have some work to do.
Good morning, Dea. It's time for your watch.
I assumed. Go fuck off into your hole.
He looks away.
He looks up into the hole.
Into his room.
That's a hole.
Mhm.
Is it a literal hole?
He's been holed up in there for who knows how many fucking days. It has become a hole.
So it is a hole.
Yes.
Oh, that's horrible. We should get some stuff for him.
You can. I have better things to do at the moment.
Oh, what?
Well, for one, I would like to better our potion arsenal, and you see Dea start putting out a bunch of her instruments. And she's also, you see her also pull out the seaweed, just like a couple clumps. And Shivam, this is the seaweed that she had gotten at the lake where the spooky woman was. Well, the spooky woman, fucking tall tale, that put into a potion each. It upgrades it to the next level, I believe is what you said for it.
Mm.
I remember it got murked during the sheets shenanigans, and then I rewatched that
yeah.
video, and I'm like, I think that's very useful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So to say, mechanically, Dea is going to use the 2 doses of seaweed that she has to upgrade both of the potions of greater healing that she has to the next level.
Yes. Which would be a...
Potion of superior healing.
Yes, so 8d4 plus 8. Nice.
Oh shit.
And she, like, pulls out a cloth and covers it around the lower half of her face. If you're going to stay around and watch as I do this, you are welcome to inhale the fumes, I suppose.
Oh, I did that all the time when I was a kid. That was fun.
You see her squint at you. Right. I'm sure that's had no detriment to your well-being.
What?
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't know if you want me to make rules for this, Shivam.
Just for upgrading them?
Yeah.
No, you just do them over the course of this watch.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
I'm gonna swap out the potions in my sheet then. I mean, Day is gonna be busy at work. I don't know what the fuck the Red Menace is gonna do, but if he tries to, like, touch anything, she'll grab, like, one of her instruments and, like, fucking smack your
He's
hand.
just sitting next to the fumes, just watching. Go. I don't usually notice a lot of things. It's kind of my main problem that I have.
Mm-hmm.
You seem, you seemed a little unfazed by the whole, the massacre that was happening at the town.
It's not a very, what is the word? Different sight from what I am shown in my visions. This, regretfully, is one of the least awful things that I have seen.
That's horrible.
I mean, you forget that I got to witness the daughter of one of your friends being dismembered.
Yeah, I remember that. It was the Ashra.
I don't exactly have any input on what I get to see, but I have to make some sort of use out of it.
That kind of sucks, doesn't it?
I have seen some of the worst that humanity has to offer. There was a period of my time where I was told to not share such information. Some people like listening and believing their comfortable lies over an uncomfortable truth.
So, no matter. So just as long as horrible stuff is bound to happen, you just see it happening.
That is the gist of it. Every vision that I have had has never been positive. It has been some form of negativeness, suffering, despair. My goal when I get them is to figure out prevention.
Oh yeah. Don't know how that particularly blur school of magic works, but if we can help, we can try to make you see good things. Like if we fix the word enough, it will probably just even not just particularly good things, but like less bad things. Like you could see a bird just shitting in a place, and you can, oh no, don't go to that place, you're gonna get shit on, and you would just avoid that. I would be nicer, don't you think?
She pauses what she does and she turns to look back at you. That is what you think would be a less awful thing to see?
I mean, consider the other option that that's death and dismembered and body parts. I like that a little better. And also, I don't like getting pooped on, so that's nice to avoid.
You know, I don't know how to argue with that one, truthfully. I don't know if my visions will ever change, though. I mean, things were not always such on the dramatic end of the scale.
If if you ever get that vision you don't like, you can ask me to cook you something good, and maybe that'll help a little bit.
I don't see the use of such.
It's a technique I've been working on, which is called just ignoring the bad thoughts, and it's for I just do that forever and constantly.
And how long have you been using such a technique?
I think since we started this, and maybe a little bit before.
So when you first walked this land, it was happy-go-lucky, and you don't have to think about the good things all the time.
Pretty much, I do think about the good things, though. I just just think about it, and the bad stuff I don't.
Well, good luck trying to keep that up with what the future is going to hold for us.
Oh, but did you just have a vision?
No.
Oh.
I am making an assumption based on the events of today.
Yeah, no, that's a smart thought.
You and everyone else are going to have to confront more ghosts of your past, and you are going to need to figure out how to handle it. Quickly.
Well, it's not that new to me specifically. I already had to kill Lucia again. I mean, and the Dust Heap. This time I at least get to talk to her, and it's her instead of just dead body, you know?
So you won't be hindered by the real emotional connection this time?
Oh, horribly, but I've done it once before. I can do it again.
At least one of you is probably going to be efficient then. It's probably going to hurt less if you talk less to her. Just pretend she's Christina again.
Okay. I'll try, but it would be nice to just see how she was doing. I don't know what to ask her. I don't know how being dead is. Or whatever she was. It's horrible. I don't like this. And I'm thinking about it right now, and I don't like doing that. So I'm not gonna, so. Saying so a lot.
It's quite simple, really, but if you cannot handle it, go find something to preoccupy your time with then.
I like the smell of the potions. It's nice. It makes my brain tingle.
It's not supposed to be. You are probably burning the inside of your mind.
Ooh.
You inhale enough fumes, you are probably going to melt your mind into paste, so...
I don't know. It's probably not gonna happen. I have a pretty good brain.
Says the one who says he has to focus on the good things, otherwise the bad thoughts will overtake him.
Yeah, it works great.
What if the fumes get rid of all of those good thoughts, then?
Oh,
Have fun with that.
Huh. They wouldn't do that, would they, there?
I don't know. I'm unaware of how susceptible your mind is.
The big words. You have a lot of big words, don't you? That's very fun. Should teach me some of those sometime.
Here's one that you may
Yeah.
call yourself when describing yourself to other people.
Okay.
Ignoramus.
Ignorant. That. Yeah, I like that. What does it mean?
It means you have a big head.
Oh,
Oh my
that's
god.
normal sized.
Yes,
Are
but
you counting the hair? The hair's not part of the head. That's. I learned that.
I don't know. It might have started growing as a... well, as a growth due to all the fumes. You don't know.
The head?
The hair.
The hair?
Or is it?
I don't know what you're talking about now.
Probably for the best. Why don't you go inhale some seawater or drink some?
Oh, yeah, sure.
They just fucking lets him go drink seawater.
Great. Reminisce, you do so.
That's tasty.
Oh, God. Yeah. With that, let's go ahead and cut over to Ash and well, I guess not Maple. Just Ash, I suppose.
In the morning when he wakes up.
I don't feel like
Yeah.
I'm gonna get there. Maybe.
What's
I guess I don't know.
What?
What?
Well, here's the thing. So Ash, yeah. So as you're just kind of by yourself, just trying to get as much rest as possible, does Maple come in to talk to you at all, or are you just both just quietly kind of?
So before Ash goes to sleep, Ash, I think maybe sits in his room, paces for about 15-20 minutes. But then eventually, before everyone actually goes down to rest for the night, he goes and grabs Dea and has her make a massive just slab of stone in the center of his room. And as long as the stone slab lasts, Ash just repeatedly punches into the slab to the point where there is probably a significant sized dent in the center of the slab, as well as blood splattering the floor. As I would say, after the 3 hours that this object lasts, as it finally fades, Ash will sort of fall down onto his knees before probably passing out on the ground and not in a bed.
All right. And Ash, yeah, you pass out.
I swear to fucking God, Shivam, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
He doesn't need this.
He doesn't
And
need this.
as you come to Ash, you find yourself in the parlor of a cabaret.
Sure.
As a woman in red and a black dress stands or sits before you on the opposite side of this table. On the table is 2 cups of tea and a similar array of snacks. As she looks at you, smiles with her fanged teeth, and says, you had a rough day?
Ash, exhausted, looks down at the tea and snacks and just goes,
So, do you all shop at the same place, or?
Still a sense of humor after everything. I like you so much. Now, You might need my help from this point onwards, wouldn't you say?
Ash, who is sort of staring, still down at the food, sort of looks back up at her and just goes,
Who is Beelzebub to you? Because I'll be honest, Evan, I've been rather curious lately. We have a mysterious, fiendish backer who is willing to help our exploits.
and he sort of sits up a little bit.
And now, the titans, the beings that we are fighting against, we learn that they are raising an army undead of our loved ones, helped by a fiendish backer. I have to wonder, how did you find Dr. White in the first place?
She gives like this fake gasp as she says, well, first of all, she still hasn't told you yet. Oh, interesting. Not especially relevant, but still interesting. But as for who Beelzebub is to me, he is, well, an enemy. Might be, it's accurate, but it's not fully accurate. See, we're on terms enough to negotiate with each other. I mean, if he did offer me a decent enough deal, for example, I don't know, trading away a little bit of information, I mean, I'm under no obligations to keep anything about you guys secret.
Ash thinks about the fact that for the longest time he was just thinking, how was Horizon's body found? And his head snaps up towards Evelyn.
I told you, Ash. Price always goes up.
What do you wish to discuss then?
Well, here's the thing. You guys are currently headed in no particular direction whatsoever, and you have no idea where she is going, do you? But I do. And, I do have something I want from you in particular. What do you say? Ready to at least hear me out?
What would you want from me?
Drake Warden, such a particular title. Now, let's go over some knowledge here. What exactly do you do by holding the stars up?
The stars are a barrier, a field that is maintained for the plane. From my understandings and conversations with the Star Drake in the past, they hold the heavens for the plane, keep it together.
It's a good word, barrier. Smart man. I don't think I've shown you the full extent of this place, have I? Let's take a little tour, why don't we? As she stands up, she begins to saunter off, beckoning you forward with a finger behind her.
Ash is curious, he'll follow.
All right. As she heads over to this large window, she tears it open. As you can see as she beckons for you to look down. Do you do so?
Oh, he's way too fucking curious at this point. Yeah, he'll look through the window.
Great. As you do so, you see a sea of stars below you. You see the constellations mirrored out in front of you as you realize you are on the other side of the stars right now. As she looks at you with a smile, she says, "The stars are an important barrier for keeping us out." Now, you hold one star in particular, dear, do you not?
Yes, I do.
Lovely. Then what you say that we don't make we don't need the skies to fall or anything like that. I mean, that would cause far too much competition for me. But I would like a doorway.
Ash sort of takes a second.
See, this is what I find to be interesting. Beelzebub has already been able to manifest on the material plane. A doorway already exists.
And Ash sort of leans forward and just goes,
So if he is able to get down there, what does that make you?
He's able to influence things down there, mind you. As I am able to do so, of course. But we're not quite able to travel there yet.
Evelyn, you, as you have said yourself, in what information you have given away, have given me no reason to trust you.
Oh, I mean, of course not. But again, price always goes up. You don't have to take this deal now. I can assure you, things are going to get worse for you if you don't.
takes a deep sort of breath, and looks down at the stars.
I made an oath to myself, and in the moment that I swear to my partner who is now back, to protect the skies and everything under it.
And Ash will sort of turn and look at Evelyn dead in the eyes and just go,
And you are not more important than her.
Oh my. Well, I'm certain those ideals will keep you safe as you clutch your wife's dead body again.
Ash, having successfully, I would say, or just exhaustedly got his anger out over like the past 3 hours, here's, hey, another reference to your dead wife who's back, you bitch. And it's just like,
You have an amount of knowledge, but let me share something with you. The last person who dared to do anything to my wife, I beat to death with my bare hands. I urge you to think before you do anything to harm her.
She gets right up close to your face, just like Fang's smile bearing directly at you as she says, "Ooh, don't threaten me with a good time."
Fuck.
Oh shit.
But fine. Let's see how things go for you. As she snaps her fingers, you awaken.
Holy shit.
Mhm.
Hui.
Ash just wakes up, dried blood sort of coating the floor. He just sort of leans up.
Oh boy.
And will stumble his way out of the room, trying to find Maple at least. Assuming it's the morning, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you do so. It's early in the morning as you find Maple.
I think Ash sort of like will climb up. I'll say Maple's pretty drained. And just sort of
How
tap tap tap. Maple stretches.
Big stretch.
thank you for everything yesterday.
Maple sort of nods a little bit and then looks away.
Yes, I am sorry. I know that was difficult for you as well, and that I did not make it any easier. Maple, I feel like a hypocrite for everything that I said about everything I said to the Dreadworm about bringing Tiamat back, and now Horizon is here, and all I want to do is to make her whole again.
And Maple sort of like turns and looks at him.
I know that is unfair to you. We don't even know how much of her is still there. She was brought back, but if Beelzebub's magic is what's keeping her alive, then should we sever it? We don't know. I just missed her so much, Maple.
And Maple will sort of like pull Ash in for a hug.
She was still fighting. She is always so good at that. Oh. And now she's fighting because I managed to make Beelzebub angry. And I am making her suffer again for something that I did. We have to put a stop to it. We will put a stop to it.
Maple sort of like shoves him a little bit.
Yes, I know. We can't keep them in the dark about everything. Eventually. Well, let's see if we can't go get some more food for the trip. I think we are fresh out.
As Ash and Maple will climb down.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And at
Oh, no, just getting food.
good.
When
No,
to
good.
when to get more food? Fishing. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, as you walk back down, meeting everyone on the deck, the sun has risen once more. As all of you guys are alive on the corpse flower, trying to figure out where you'll head next. As actually, might as well figure out where you guys are going first.
Yes.
I give everyone the description of the 3 places.
Oh shit, can you describe those to me again? I'm bad with
Can we go to the nicest one?
I got you. Hold on, I wrote it down.
3 towns.
We have not Dea's dream. Hold on.
Wait,
There's 3 towns. 2 of them are about a week away. One of
Yeah.
them further inland a little bit out of the way, but it's a larger town.
We have
The other one's about 2 weeks away. We may want to
Factory.
pick the closest one because we don't know how far the ick is spread.
I think we have enough for at least 3 days, and then we can fish for the rest.
Then how about we go to the larger trading town? Because
I
then
would agree.
I'm pretty sure only Mori said that while he was explaining that they are a little more prepared for like things.
Yes, I said that.
Yeah, you did.
Wait, so if they're more prepared, wouldn't it be nicer to go to the least prepared one so we can help?
We don't know how to help with this yet.
We don't.
Punch and swords and
The
slash, stab.
The Redman that's not going to solve this problem.
We haven't tried yet.
Unfortunately.
Not if they've already been there, and that's what I'm trying to avoid.
There is one place that I think might hold our solution, but it is further away than I would like, and is not a short-term solution. It's a long-term plan.
Where?
Ash will look up and look over at Elena.
Cielo is a religious capital of the world.
Oh.
It is a long-term plan.
If any place has information on dispelling fiends, it would be them.
I don't think we can go there quite yet.
No, not yet. But it is something to consider.
And by that same logic, the larger town might have at least a little bit more of a chance for gleaning some sort of actually useful information.
I would agree.
So, Briar Glen?
Briar Glen.
Briar Glen.
Alright.
Alright. As you guys set your course, you all begin to start taking the corpse flower out to sea. As I think that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
Oh.